Good to have you with us, Moma.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sad loss for Senegal, sad loss for Africa at the ongoing World Cup. We're hoping that Africa can actually go past the last 16 into the quarterfinals, even the semifinals and the finals. I mean, we have what it takes to get there. But what was Senegal lacking yesterday in that game against England?
Yes, first of all, I will start by congratulating the England team. I think it was a big team, so they showed that on the pitch. So, but for Senegal, I think it's the same problem at the beginning. So I used to say that we are not clinical. We don't have players that can make a difference. When you have the chances. So if you see the first 20 minutes, I think there was room to have two goals if we are clinical, but we haven't been. And then after that, when England scored, I think Senegal was better on the game, but unfortunately we take two easy goals. I think two goals that we could avoid. If we were more concentrated and more focused on the game. And but I think the second goal did kill the game, because if you take the goal, in at the time of the first half against a team like England, I think it's game over.
Of course, game over. And talking about the formation, we heard the coach made a bit of adjustment before the start of that game. Wasn't an adjustment that he took a risk and it didn't pay off? Because for a football team, you should leave a winning side and not make adjustments when you know you're heading to a big game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was a problem, because when you I would just say that he started the game differently than against Ecuador. So against Ecuador, we had to attack. We had to take the win. But against England, we have to be more intelligent in the middle. So he bring back Crepin Jata. He did not do a good tournament. So everybody here is asking the question is why he did bring him back, knowing that he played with a different team and they win. So this game, compared to the Ecuador, Edmanja was playing on the side to help Sabali and also bring some good thing in the attack. So which he did well. But today he played centrally, a different role for him. Also, he's playing that from at Sheffield United. But I think the fact that he bring Krapin Jata did change a lot. Did bring the imbalance on the team, and Sabali did not have that help on the side, so Krapin wasn't helping. And I think we were not concentrated, because we were losing the ball too much. Koulibaly was making some, he's good in, playing with the ball, but yesterday he was not in. So that cost us the game.
All right, and still talking about that game now, a lot of football fans believe that Africa we're not there yet to compete with the big leagues outside talking about the ones from Europe, Asia, South America. They were not there yet, but some are still clamoring for the next World Cup in 2026 to have more African teams. Do you think this is the time for us to have more African teams, or we should go back to the drawing board and get our acts right?
Yeah, definitely. I think Africa needs to have more representative at the World Cup. So if you compare to the South America, they have 10 teams and then 5 teams used to, come to the World Cup. Compared to Africa, 5, we have to see the number of big team, a great team, Africa team we have. So I think it's time for FIFA to change things. So I've heard that, things are going in that direction. And not just the number of participants is important. The most important also is for African team to work a lot, on all aspects, because tactically, a lot of part of the African football are missing. So if we take the example of Senegal, if they had that that striker that can convert goal, the first chance they had, I think the game would be different. So we need to work on those aspects, have, better players, more focus, playing for the shirt, playing, giving their all on the pitch, and, tactically be here. I think tactically Africa, we have a lot of problems. That's why we cannot, compete against, European team. Also, all our players are playing in the big teams. If you take only the example of Senegal, Koulibaly, Abdou Diallo, Gana Gueye, Edouard Mendy, they all play in big teams. So why are they not, that performant? So I think that's tactically, they need to get back to work a lot, try to, because if you want to compete with them, with the European team, you have a lot of work to do. So that's what I said. We got knocked out by England. Also, I think we could do better. This game, could have won this game. If you take the example of Japan, they've beaten, they won against, Spain and Germany. Nobody was expecting them to do that. So yeah, I think we need to work a lot. So hopefully Morocco will do different. But yeah, overall we need to work a lot in Africa.
Of course, and Morocco, the only African team left in the tournament, they will get to play Spain tomorrow. But for Senegal, what is the way forward? What next for the team? Do you think Aliou Cisse will continue as the manager, or he will step down as a manager? And also looking at some other players who this might likely be their last World Cup. What is the way forward for Senegal now?
Yeah, starting with Aliou Cisse. So I think people need to be more objective here. A lot of criticism. I think sometimes they need to stop here, because that's what I'm telling with my friend. We need to stop criticizing Aliou Cisse, because so far he's the best manager that Senegal has ever had. So he's the first manager to bring us the African Cup of Nations. So yeah, I think we need to put some respect on his name, let him work. And yeah, he's not always responsible of defeat. He's not inside the pitch. Players are inside, so they need to play, be more concentrated, score their chances. So I think right now we have a lot of players, young players. So like you said, a lot of them, maybe this one will be their last World Cup. Like if I take example of Cheikh Kouyaté, maybe Gana Gueye, or maybe Koulibaly. So I'm not sure. Maybe he'll be back. Yeah, so I think we have young players. We have a lot of players that did not make this tournament for injuries. So yeah, I think there are a lot of things we need to change. Yeah, so it will start with the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. And yeah, next year. So we need to start from there. Show that we have the players to do it. So yeah, just try to move forward. And yeah, leave Aliou Cisse do his work, because yeah, we need to be behind him. Me personally, I'm behind him because he's doing a great work. And yeah, that's it.
All right, we're wishing Aliou Cisse well, and Senegal picking up the pieces. And of course, when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, they should bounce back and do the needful. Thank you very much, Mohamed Talawade, for your time. And sad loss for Senegal, but of course, we still celebrate them for the length that they've done in the tournament.
Thanks so much.